Okay. Right. So, what was the first thing we did? Tadasana, right. Then after that, it's tree, but it's not Śīrṣāsana. Vrikṣāsana, VRK, an S with a dot underneath, A with a long line on the top, SANA. And then after Vrikṣāsana, what? Yeah, Supta Pādāṅguṣṭha. So Supta is supine, lying on your back. Pādāṅguṣṭha means big toe. So the big toe pose, we did Supta Pādāṅguṣṭha 1 and 2. 1 is straight up and 2 is out to the side. Then what? Yeah. Uttita. Parshva. Yes. Uttita Parshva Konasana. UTTHITA PARSVA KONASANA. Yes. Which is extended side angle. And then after that, Ardha Chandrasana. This one. Right. Yeah. Ardha Chandrasana. ARDHA CANDRASNA, or you could do CH. And then after that, Bharadvajasana. Yeah, in the chair. Bharadvajasana. So BHARADVAJASANA, chair.
So you repeat the Bhara what?
BHARADVAJ asana. Bharadvajasana. In the chair, because there's Bharadvajasana 1, Bharadvajasana 2, and Bharadvajasana chair. Okay, and then after that? Yes, Uttanasana. And then after that, what kind of Shavasana?
No, all Śīrṣāsana.
Right.
Right.
I said it was for a particular reason.
Right.
Low back Shavasana, right? Or chair Shavasana. Did you have any questions this morning about any, in the practice, about anything that came up? Yes.
This happens sometimes in
Yeah.
anytime I feel it's too much, I find a lot of pain and restriction in my ankle.
Uh-huh.
But one time I asked you, I think it's just been going too far from the ankle.
I'm not sure. So you're getting it. So is it that this is too tight right here?
It feels like impedance in the bones, like the bones are pressing.
Interesting. And if you lift this, see what's when you do this, the bones actually come up to support. So are you sure it's not maybe overstretching this part of the?
It feels kind of central, like a little bit of the back a little bit. It doesn't feel like stretching at all. It feels just like focusing on.
That there's no space between the bones? Okay, so yes, you can do that. Then you can put a slant board or some kind of a lift, or yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Yes.
When I do any standing asana, when it comes to this leg, I feel like this collapse every time. When I try to put my thumb up and try to use the arch, so I don't know what
You mean,
happens.
so stand up and do a standing pose, and I need to see.
Like if I do Trikona,
Yeah. Good.
like here, when it goes here,
Yeah. Is it jamming there?
yes, and it should turn like this, right?
The leg has to turn, the inside has to turn to the outside.
So like this.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. So you have to press the inner edge of the foot, and then this has to rotate here. This has to rotate here. Is there any freedom coming as you pull this back?
Yes.
Okay.
Pull this back.
Yes. Right, so that's the action. And we could take a rope and use that and get that femur, because you need to keep the femur in the hip socket. Okay, anything else?
So with the rope, I can just pull it by my hand and then.
You could. Okay. All right. So just stand here. Yep. Do it for the camera. So stand like that. Turn the left leg out. Turn the right toes in. Okay. Now we maybe someone just stabilize her foot so she doesn't. Yeah. Just put your outer foot and the other left foot. Yep. Okay. So now. All right. Now you come into the pose. Do you see?
Yeah.
So this the femur has to go into the hip socket. So I'm really pulling, especially on this side. And you feel the freedom there?
Yes. It's also very small.
Right. Okay. So you could do that also by taking the rope wall like this. Right. So you can step your left leg. Let me think about this. Yeah, I think you can step your left leg in there.
I have to do that side. Of the tail.
It's okay. Yeah. All right. Now we could loosen this a little bit. Okay, now you put your right leg to the wall. I think we might have to have your right foot in front. Turn around. No, just turn around. Yeah, turn this way and then go the other. Turn around the other way. Turn more. Turn once more. Yes. Okay. Now put your right foot to the wall and your left foot, just like you were before. Yeah, and step your right foot a little bit farther back. The other right. This one. Step it toward me. Get it in line to the hook. Yes. Okay. So now this does a couple of things. Okay. Now go into the pose and let's see if this is tight enough. I think it is. Are you getting the same? Well, not quite. Oh, it's not quite right. Okay, come up. All right, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to try it this way. So I need to be able. Okay, now step in this way. All right. All right, and now right foot to the wall. Okay, now I'm tightening this. All right, now this will also keep your buttock in here. Right there. Okay, now go. Yeah, is it providing? Okay, so this could be tighter. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get this also
Yes, when the hip is in place, then you can turn the abdomen more. Yeah, that's much better.
Could you also do that for Virabhadrasana too?
Usually in Virabhadrasana too, if it's, you would do the back leg. So turn forward. Yep, now come out. Oh, no, actually just keep this leg in. All right, turn toward me. So let's say you're doing, so put your left leg to the wall. Your right leg wide, 4 feet out. Yeah, and then turn the right foot out. You have to step it wider. Yes. Okay, now start to bend your right knee and keep your spine upright. Look this way, look this way. Yeah, bend the right knee over the ankle. Yes, and you see how the inner leg is being held? This is good for the hip. Because remember all the emphasis that I gave you for your inner leg going, the back inner leg going up, and that also helps keep the femur in the hip socket. Okay, and inhale and come up. Okay, now turn the feet forward. So why don't you all stand up and work in pairs. Let me get some more ropes. Okay, take this one. Okay, so Pooja, I'll be with you. All right, now take your things off the mat. Put the mat to the wall. Okay. All right, so now you don't have the back leg supported, but I can support it with my own foot. So now step your legs wide. Okay, and now go into Virabhadrasana 2. Turn the right leg out. Turn the right leg 90 degrees. Yep. Now you're not going to make your square if you don't widen the legs, so you have to come out wider. Good. All right, now I'll just put my foot like this. And all right, now bend the right knee to form a square. Yeah. So how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels like this is not collapsing.
Yeah.
Keep going down with it.
Don't bring your, yeah, keep your spine in the center. Go. Yeah. Go down, go down, go down, and take your knee backward. Right knee backward, right knee backward. Yes, more and more and more. Okay, now inhale and slowly come up. Okay, so let the person get into the pose first. Just do this with each other. I was doing equally in both. Yeah. But what direction should that back leg go? Yes, it has to go backwards. Has to go inside, has to go up, front of the thigh has to go back, yeah, and inside out. Yes, correct. Okay, so get into your pairs. All right, we've already done your right side, so to turn around, we'll do your left side. Oh, the camera missed everything. Okay. Okay, so Pooja, let's go over here. So at least camera can catch. No, I want you to face the other way. Yeah.
This way?
You're going to go to the left, aren't you? Yeah.
This right, we have to bend this one now.
Yeah, we have to bend the left leg. Okay. So actually turn around, turn around, turn around. Yep. You're going to bend the left leg. So step your right leg here. That's it. Now step your feet wide apart. Okay, now when you're adjusting somebody, get closer to the body. Your hands, remember, are the most sensitive. I guess I talked about it yesterday, but the hands are the most sensitive, so get close to the body. Okay, now turn the left leg out. All right, now get into your pose. Okay, use Rose. Remember the foot like this. Just the toes, yep. You can, but you need to get your hands close. Okay, now go. All right. And you know, you could try the middle of the thigh, you could try the upper inner thigh. How's that feeling? Left knee back, yeah, and go down. Can you bend down more and more and more? More and more and more. And then open the thighs like a book. Regular breath. Okay, inhale and come up. Okay, second person. Oh, do the other side, yeah.
This stubborn, like this here. It's like when I'm
Was
trying
it
to
stuck?
bend, yeah, trying to hold back and not letting me bend more.
Yeah, turn it inside out. All right, now keep your trunk forward. Yeah. So why is it stuck? Where is it getting stuck? In your, okay, pain in the knee, okay, great. Okay. Okay. So this has to get tight, that's why, did you feel it contracting here? Yes.
Is this all?
That's a muscle. Okay. In your knee, if you have a problem, then you would elevate the front foot on a block. So put change partners. Okay, so Puja, elevate the the left leg on the block. Okay, yeah, like this. Okay, elevate the right leg. And then step out with your left foot. Same pose, same pose, same pose. Oh, wait a minute, you said your left leg was bothered. So put your left foot on the. Okay, so if somebody has a knee problem, then you elevate the bent leg knee. Okay, like I'm doing with Puja right now. Put your foot all the way down. Yes, you can put your toes up, but don't, yeah, right there, that's fine. Okay, now bend the leg. Okay, bend and bend. Now, how is that on the knee? Yeah, now it's okay. So I'm just pulling in and up. Yeah. Could be in many places. Okay, now I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna move it up here, you tell me.
This is pulling now.
Okay,
Like the other leg.
you mean the inner thigh is,
stopping.
oh, it's stopping?
This thigh,
Yeah,
like when it pulls from up here,
yeah,
this thing, that kind of not letting go more down.
not letting you go more down. Okay, yeah, you have to release the hamstring, release the back of the thigh to the knee. Go and go and go. I won't pull it off. Okay, now keep it there. Put your hands on your hips. Yeah, and then stay down. Okay. Yes. How's it feeling now? Knee back, left knee back. Okay, slowly release. So first of all, was the knee better, the knee pain?
Pressure here when this one I did.
Yeah.
So just like this side,
Yeah.
not like pain or it's like pull.
Yeah, you're stretching that area.
This one.
Okay, all right. So why did I when I elevate, why does that take the pain away? Get a block and do Virabhadrasana on your own and try to figure it out. Virabhadrasana 2. Just do it and try to experience it. No, turn the block the other way. Yeah.
Align like ankle and
Just we'll do it and then we'll talk about it. Turn the left toe slightly in. Yes, there's more weight on the back leg. So you're elevating the front leg, there's more weight on the back leg. The other thing is it puts the femur in the socket.
Right.
Puts the femur in the socket. So, yes. Okay, and then the other, okay, so do it on both sides. And then, yeah. So okay, now you feel how you can really press that outer back leg? Yep. Yeah.
It's like a vacation.
Yeah, it opens this side, it opens this thing more, I feel like.
Okay, so you've got to practice in these different ways. Okay? All right, now the other thing I wanted to say was that, and we're not going to do it right now, but I just want to tell you about it. So the other thing that, about Śīrṣāsana, if you can't bend your knee like this because of your size or for whatever reason, you can get a chair. I'll just get one chair out and we're not going to make any noise. Well, I don't want, okay, so you can do like this. See, and so it starts with the opening of the groin. At least you're getting the pelvic organs. So who cares if you can't get your foot into your thigh? Who cares if you can't balance on one leg? Here, you're getting the pelvic opening. So that's why I did that in 50 plus class quite a bit in the past. And I do it in pregnancy class. Okay, so what I want to work on is, so get into groups of 3, so you 3 and we 3, and then pull the mat away from the wall, and we're doing Paścimottānāsana with the ropes. So you're going to need, each person is going to need a rope, except Duke doesn't need. Okay.
Or do we need?
Let's see. This one. So I guess this one. Okay. All right. So Brenna, you can be the guinea pig. So, yep. And Giselle, come. All right. So here's what we're doing, and you already know this, Brenna. So I'm just putting the ball of my foot down. So this is this bone right here. That's the root of the small toe, the root of the 5th metatarsal. It protrudes right here. Just put your hand on your own foot, and you'll find out where that bone is. Some people you can see it.
Yeah.
Mine you can't. But here, so it's right there. It's kind of buried, but it's there. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting the ball of my foot there and just the toes. Do not do it like that. So you have to have the. All right. Then we take the strap right here and step forward with the other foot. Yeah, just loose. Get your hands close in. Get your hands close in. You can bend your knees like this. Yeah. All right, now don't hold tight. Go to the post, Okay, so when you're adjusting, just there. When you're adjusting something, you want to contact the skin, then the muscle, then the bone. Did you do it?
No.
Okay, let's release. Okay, so now we're touching the skin. Now we're penetrating a little deeper, muscle. Now muscle to bone. Okay, now.
Does it feel even?
A little less for you, Giselle. Yeah.
Oh, so you're holding inches away. I'm almost touching her. Okay, now this also will help the hips a lot. And especially if you can at the same time put the femur in the hip socket. No? You have to get the ball of the foot. You have to be skillful. How is it? Okay, now slowly release. Okay, now, yeah, I was gonna do that. I'm just taking a little break. Okay.
It takes muscle to adjust people.
Yes, it does. It is work, and you don't want to hurt your own body.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so we're going to do it again, and we're going to let the straps be longer so that our backs can be straighter, so we don't hurt ourselves, and you're going to tell me if it's still okay. Go forward. I'm not going to ask you to put your foot in their femur, okay? All right. So we could go a little bit higher. Okay, I think that's it. All right, now we're gonna do it like this, and you tell me skin, muscle, bone. It's fine?
Even?
Okay. Now, take your hands close in and touch the fabric with the backs of your fingers. Touch her leg. You're still not touching your fingers on her leg. You're still not touching. Okay, now we're going to roll the front of the thigh inward toward the, and pull the back of the thigh out. Now don't round your back. You have to, squat and how is that? So in this pose, we say roll the fronts of the thighs in, spread the backs of the thighs out. Okay, now we're slowly releasing, and she should stay with that imprint.
It was this, right?
The back of the thigh out. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do in your groups. The thicker ropes.
Yeah, they kind of cut in.
Yeah, it kind of cut in.
These ones are nice.
Oh,
Thicker rope. I have more somewhere, but my house is ripped up from the, wait a minute, I got these. Yeah, so we use these. Okay, so 2 groups. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is shorter, whatever. Okay, so now you 2, you 3 work together, and us 3. Okay. All right, so we're gonna work on puja. All right, so you two people. Okay, so we place the ball of the foot at the 5th metatarsal. Okay, do you need blocks or anything? Just in case. All right, go to the pose. So hips back, hands down. Okay, palms flat, very good. Okay, now let's go to the upper thigh. Okay, now skin, muscle, bone. Is it okay?
Okay, sorry, yes.
How's that?
And I think, sorry, I have to adjust. I have the knot on her.
Yeah, don't have the knot on her body. So we're lifting the inner thigh to the bone. We're lifting it upward. And now we're going to turn the back of the thigh away from the center and the front of the thigh inward. Okay, how's that?
It's open small, right?
Yes, and you should have a feeling of spaciousness in the pelvis. Head up. Head up. Yeah, shoulders back, arms straight. And how do the hips feel? All right, we're slowly releasing. All right.
That feels like rope burn more than anything.
Rope burn, okay.
I can feel the
Maybe try
action.
that one.
But you're getting burned. Can you pull your
Maybe that one.
shorts down a little bit? Yeah, a few
Let's try
inches.
that. Maybe soft.
You could try that.
Yeah, this is soft. Yeah. See,
If we at home, can we put one leg to the wall just to remember that?
You can. You can put, and if you have a rope wall, you can do it. Like this. So try it.
Like putting both legs here.
One leg. You can only do one leg and then, no, the right,
That side. Right?
whichever side you want. Yep, and then spread your left leg out. No, you have to face, yes, yes. And then a partner, right, so go to the pose. Okay, go. Go down.
no.
Now, are you getting the effect? It's a little different on both sides, but
But then this time, because this is rope is there, I'm trying to make my thigh inward and open more.
yes.
Just because of the rope,
Uh-huh.
I can make the work.
Okay, I'm letting go now, and you come up.
Okay.
Do you have one?
Can you hold here? Yeah, I know you have to bend your knees and lift your chest. Yeah, okay. Muscle, bone. Okay, now a little bit more toward Gisela because her hips are tilting this way. This has to go, you have to, yeah. How is it, Ruth? Okay, now spin the back of the leg out. Wrong way, just, yeah. Now your hands are too far. You've got to have your hand on the skin and roll.
Oh.
So can you take your hands on her skin and then turn? Yeah, okay, now stop. Okay, so you have a tendency to move your hips to the
Or
left,
I'm
or, yeah,
Well, there was
Too
more
much
force
on
on
this
this side
side.
than this side.
okay. All right, I want to work with you and see if it's any different. Okay, so Brenna, come. Take the legs a little, just a little wider. Okay, that's good. You mean like a blanket? We could put a blanket. No, not a mat. I mean, let's try it first with the rope and let's see if we, with using our fingers closer, that it will be okay. Okay, now skin, muscle, bone. Is it okay? So far, no rope burn. Okay, now we're going to do the turning. We're going to use mainly our hands. We're not going to slide the rope. We're going to use the rope, catch it. Is it better? So I'm not letting the rope burn on her. I'm using it to pull the inner side of the bone, and then I'm using my hands.
There's that fine
Okay,
line,
let go.
like, what's the appropriate?
It's a total art. It takes sometimes years to learn how to touch people. Okay, all right, now take the mat and roll it up tight from end to end. We just need one for 3 people. So 2 people should, Ruth and Brenna. You don't have to roll yours, Gisela. Okay, fine. I'm sorry, everybody. Forgot what I was doing. Okay, now we've done this in class this past week, so maybe you will have a memory of it. Take your mat close to the wall, about, I don't know, 1.5 feet or 2 feet away from the wall. You can all come onto this wall. And stand in front of 2 straps. Stand in front of 2 straps. All right. Yes. And put your feet on that roll. No, the metatarsal. So the widest part of the foot, that's it. On the top, a little higher. Yeah. Okay, now notice the tendency to turn the heels in and try to turn the heels out. And then lift the arches of the feet because we have a tendency to drop. Good, Ruth. That's it. So see if you can lift here a little bit more. And then see if you can lift the toes. So instead of curling the toes, yes, good. All right, now who had the jammed ankle? You? And how is this feeling? It's probably fine. Yeah, okay. All right, now keep your left foot where it is and put your right foot to the wall. Yeah, now hold the straps and pull your hips inward. Pull your sacrum down. Front left thigh back, but left hip forward and heel down. Are you getting a stretch in your calf?
Monumental.
Okay, monumental. All right. So pubic bone up, navel up, breathe, and then release and change the side. Yeah, it may be difficult. You might not be able to keep the heel out. No. Okay, and then press the ball of the foot down. Press your heel downward. Lift the inner arch of the foot. Lift the front of the pelvis, move your buttocks forward, keep the knees firm and tight. Breathe. Exhale. Okay, and now release. Okay, now we have to find a way to do Uttanasana. So have your bricks, get 2 bricks, all of you. And then put your back to the wall, have your bricks in front. Yes. Now you can start with your buttocks to the wall. Toes in, heels out. Get that left foot higher up. Ruth. Yes, and lift the toe, that's it. Now lift the inner legs, lift the inner knees, inner thighs. Grip the quadriceps. That's it. And now see if you can bring the bricks forward and the buttocks forward. That changes things, right? Okay, now if that's fine, then now lower the bricks. Lift the inner legs. Very good, Gisela. Getting your back in today. All right, now see if you can go if you're at your final level, that's fine, but now take the bricks a little bit lower. If it's easy, you can put your hands on the floor. Look at you, Brenna, you've come a long way. Yes, very good. So you're at your final level, everyone? Keep lifting the inner ankles, don't let them collapse downward. Okay, and now inhale and come up. Take your hips back. Okay, very good.
Stretch is not just out.
No.
It goes a little bit deeper.
Yes, okay. So now roll the mat out, roll it out.
Would you not want to strain yourself out?
Sciatica is generally caused either from an impingement on the sciatic nerve in the buttocks or from the psoas being too short. So that's not the first go-to. Do you have sciatica sometimes?
I do.
Okay. Did it feel like it relieved? It might have stretched your buttock, but there are other fixes.
Okay, good to know. I mean, I haven't really had a flare up in a while, but I do get them and all the time. Like, okay, well, the one I've done to kind of help is like figure 4. Yeah, and like on the floor. Right.
Yeah, there is something like that, and I can show it later. Okay, now do downward facing dog, but put your mat all the way to the wall.
And go on the
Feet to the wall.
Feet.
Yeah, and heels down. So arrange your mat so that you can get your heels down. Don't cut yourself on the plates. All right, so with the heels down, gradually walk the arms out as far as you can, but do not lift the heels. So that means some of you are not going to be able to walk your feet out very far. Lift the inner ankle bones. Okay, now step forward and come to Uttanasana with feet apart. All right, put your hands on your hips, inhale and come up. Okay, so how to help somebody or get help yourself if you can't get your heels down. All right, Okay, so each of you needs to, so get into pairs of two. So you two, and I'll work with you, Gisela.
Oh,
So here's this mat, here's this mat. Okay, so now the first person to be the doer, so puja, put your hands down. You can put your hands on blocks if you want. You're going to put your hands here. Sorry, you're going to put your hands over here, no blocks, okay? And then feet to the wall. No, hands to the wall. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Yeah, what do you do with that? See, put your hands to the wall. Put your hands on the wall. Yeah, I mean on the bricks, and then walk back. Okay. So you can see that she's not getting her armpit open, right?
Mm.
So I'm going to push her back like this from the sacrum. Don't push forward. You have to go backward and get the heels down. Okay, her heels are pretty much down. Okay, now this isn't the best way. So we're going to do a different way. We're going to use the straps, the ropes. So Gisela, come with me. So now this is a two-person job. Okay, top of the thigh, hands in close, bend your knee. Now skin, muscle, and bone. And you have to pull in the parallel to her spine. You don't lift your hands. You stretch your hands forward. See how her spine is elongating? Okay, now we can also very gently put your hand, you got to touch, you got to get your hands, the back of your hands, and then no rope burn. Don't let the rope slide. Yes. How's that? Too much?
It's for this side and the not one.
The left side you can't feel?
done.
Okay. All right, so, all right, we're going to slowly let go. You stay for another, stay. Receive the imprint, and then you come out. Okay, so if you lose the ability to lift your inner legs, it has an effect on the organic body called prolapse. So it's very important, this action of lifting the inner leg, because there's nothing under there. It's the inner legs that have to connect to the pelvic floor to give it that support. Okay, so now you're going to do this. So it's groups of three. You three, we're gonna stay together. All right, now you place your hands on the bricks. Or not, you can put your hands on the floor. But let's see, your shoulders are kind of tight, right? So,
Yeah.
so you can have your hands on the bricks. Turn them sideways.
This way.
Yeah, turn the bricks sideways.
Oh.
Okay, and then place your hands. So already, because the hands are elevated, it's going to be easier to get the heels down, right? Okay, but we're going to give the action. Get the rope. Okay, so place the rope in the top thigh, almost to the very top, and get your hands right close. Now look, use your toe right here, and now skin. We're now with the muscle, now the bone. Okay, we're pulling her and pressing down. Is that okay? Can you release your head? Yeah, that's it. Too much? Okay. Right here? Is that okay? All right, so now I'm going to try to get your heel down. Now we're going to spread the back of the thigh. No, the other way. The inner, yes. Your hand, now no rope burn. So the rope has to move with the fiber. Yes, and now pull backward also. How is that?
On your side of the pipe and on hers.
I'm doing more,
Yes.
so ask her to do more. Her name is Pooja. More, lean back, lean back. Okay. Okay, now gradually let go, and she's going to stay. She has to learn how to connect her intelligence, but we can hold her feet down. So you see what we're doing with the feet? I'm sorry. That's your bad ankle? The Achilles?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
but it felt really good pushing it down.
okay.
This one with the hardware.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let you do me so that you get the
You know,
practice.
I'm thin, so I'm.
The skin would-
sensitivity.
Okay, all right.
But no, I got
All right, so I'm gonna take my hands all the way down and you're gonna be tested for your adjustment skills. Be even, skin, muscle, and bone. You can go more. Yes. Come on, more, Gisela. Oh, it feels so good on the spine. Yeah, but you have to put your hands on my thighs. I don't want rope burn. Yes. Now pull out and back. Pooja, pull out. Yes, you're doing the wrong. Yes, more. Backwards, both of you. Back, yes. Inside out. Brenna, they're not getting the inside out. Yeah, no, she should watch you. Do it again.
Okay, so first, skin, muscle, bone.
Well, she's placing her foot on my heel first. Okay. No, you're going the wrong way. Yes. Toward the floor. Inner thigh to the ceiling. Now pull the inner thighs away from each other. Backwards now. Back. Apart. The inner thigh has. Yeah, now you're getting it. More. I don't feel anybody's hands.
So you just, yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere. But don't let loose of the front. This is.
It's a lot.
Okay. Release. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
weren't you feeling anything?
some, but I wasn't getting the opening.
Oh, wow.
You should,
I had a lot of force.
yeah,
Huh, interesting. Okay.
yeah. So what should happen is several things. The spine's going to elongate. The latissimus muscles are going to stretch. There's going to be less weight bearing on the hands. So people who have shoulder injuries, it's a boon for them. That's why we strap, the legs sometimes for people with shoulder issues. Okay, and also for low back people, it's really good because it's a traction. Okay, I'll show one more thing. Rose, can you do the pose with your hands to the wall? Would you mind? Right here? Yeah. Okay. Now step back a little bit more. Okay, so Rose has a little bit of a challenge getting her heels down. Now I'm going to come onto the wall and push your sacrum. Is that okay? Is she getting her heels down?
More. Oh, yeah.
Is it okay, Rose? Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to slowly let go. Okay. Better. Okay, a little bit better. All right, now you can come out of the pose. All right, now there is another thing that I wanted to show, an adjustment for Uttanasana, and this will be important for you, Ruth. So to avoid hyperextending in the knees, but to open the backs of the thighs. So you have to know how to stretch properly. Okay, so Ruth, do Uttanasana, just right here. Okay, that's Ādāṅguṣṭha. So yeah. Okay. Get don't block the camera. Okay, now walk your hands in closer so that the lines of the legs are straight up. And you're fine, it's fine if you want to use blocks. There's no problem with that at all. Okay, now I need these. And Brenna, you get 2 more. Yeah. So I haven't done this in a while. Okay, I think we're going to do it like, okay, so Rose, come. Okay, so we're now, Rose, you and I are going to put the strap behind the calf. Okay, and then squat. All right, and Brenna, you're going to, Brenna and Gisela, you're going to put a double strap in front of the thigh. Yep, no knot. So get the knot to the end. Yeah, now put the strap in front of the thigh. Yep, right at the top. Okay, now.
Right in the crease or?
Somewhere at the top thigh, not in her groin. Okay, now you get in your pose. Now it's been a long time since I've done this. So now Rose, you and I are pulling. Okay, and you're pulling. You guys are pulling backwards. And you tighten your thighs.
How's that?
A little harder on your side, Giselle.
Too much?
No, a little harder.
2 more.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're out to the side. Can you pull straight back?
There you go.
That's it.
Perfect.
How's that?
Great.
Do you have a different feeling on your knees?
I do. I'm not straining my knees to try to stretch.
So do you see how much the calf muscle has to support the shin bone so that the back, and do you feel more, where do you feel the stretch?
Calves, hamstrings.
Yeah,
Yeah, where it should be.
where it should be. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to slowly withdraw. All right. So you have to, your mind has to make an imprint of those actions.
Yep.
And the other thing is, because you have a tendency toward knock knee, you have, yes. And so she has to really, and she's learning that. I've seen over the course of the last few days. Yeah, she's got to, so let's just do this quickly, Rose. So just, yeah, like this now, very, very gently. So go to the top of the knee right here. Yeah. Okay. Now skin, muscle, bone, and upward. How's that? No, just press the outer feet, press the inner feet. Don't let the big toes come up. Yeah. And understand, do you feel anything different in the pelvis? Maybe. Oh yeah. Okay. Now let go. And now we're going to go a little bit higher. And again, skin, muscle, bone. How's that? She's flying. Okay. No. Well, okay, release. Yeah, there is a way, but you have to put like a brick between the feet and or between the calves, and then you tie the thighs and the calves together. And you resist the legs apart, but there's a brick here keeping your knees from hitting.
And we're done here.
Yeah. I think for this one, it's just like this. Yeah, and then you tie the thighs and this, and then you can't let your knees collapse. You take your feet in as close as possible. Yeah, so that's a way. Yeah. Now, if it's somebody who's older, like 65, forget it. You can't change somebody. Yes, they can be stable at the wall. Like I won't name names. Not you.
So I was doing it with a chair.
Yeah.
Putting the end of the chair goes on the wall and the upper edge goes here, and so it.
Geeta nixed that one. She didn't like the hardness of the chair in the pelvis. She didn't think that was good. Okay, so now you need to try this with each other. So we need a team. So you go next. Uttanasana. And we're going to take the village here, and everyone's going to be involved. So you can have whatever you want. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to support the calf. And it would be better if we were here. Okay, now you straighten your legs maximum. You press your thighs back. And we're just resisting the calves forward. Okay, you're too high on the hip. Bring it down a little bit, right there. Skin, muscle, bone.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
enough. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is there's the straightening of the leg from the inner and outer sides, and there's the straightening of the leg from front to back. This is the front to back aspect. Okay, we're slowly releasing. And so when you have to press here.
Right here, yes.
Yes. And we weren't even working directly on the buttock. So that tells you. What are you talking about?
So when we're pulling back, can we then
Yes.
roll the back back?
Yes, you can. You can. But mainly we're working on this plane, front to back. Okay, Rose? Yeah. Okay, you guys should do and I should watch. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna be about here. Okay, put your hands on her skin. Okay, now bend your knees so you don't hunch your back. That's it. Now be careful. Skin, muscle, and bone. Is it okay, Rose?
Am I doing it?
Yes.
It's a little,
Like half is more pulling on the side of the side.
Okay, so you got to get in front of her. So you're not pulling out to the side. Sit down. This is nice and long. You can actually use the length here. It's less important. We're not turning or anything. Is that better? Okay, all right. Now, I think you could use a little more pressure in the calf. Yes. Yeah, more, because she has a tendency to, you personally have a tendency to push this part back too far. Push into the ball of the foot. Yeah, pull on her calf more. Yes. Now, are you feeling a new awareness anywhere in the backs of the thighs or buttocks? Not really?
It's a little confusing because it feels like I'm trying to straighten my legs, but it doesn't straighten as much.
Oh, it's more straight than it has been.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, now let's lower this strap to about mid-thigh. So, because sometimes people have tightnesses in different areas. Okay, and gradually skin, muscle, and bone. Bend your knees, yeah, and pull backward at an angle in line with her spine. So up also. Now don't spin, don't spin. So pull evenly, yeah, for now. Better than what? Higher, yeah. So she's got some bulk here, and this is, we have to open this part. Now we could go a little bit lower. Okay, let me do. Okay, and just a little bit lower. Middle of the thigh, almost lower thigh, put it down. Yes, okay. All right, ready? Skin, muscle, bone. So I'm quite right into the bone. How does it feel? Yeah, so you have to go a little bit lower and then pull back. Yeah, pull it back more. Do you see how her hamstring is spreading? This has to go wide.
so pull it back towards me, right?
Get your hips backwards. Okay, slowly release. I'm wondering if her right leg is different than her left. So, okay, yeah. So this one doesn't spread as well.
Hamstrings should be relatively similar. This knee is a little different and this ankle is a little different.
Okay, but the hamstrings are different.
I can do splits equally.
Still, this one, so one of them was moving beautifully.
Yeah.
The left one was turning inside out. So they have to spread away from the center and they have to widen. This one was narrow.
Yeah.
And if you get sciatica, it will be on the right side. So if you look at somebody and their hamstring is caving in, they have indent, then it is, that can cause sciatica. So it's something that we have to continually work on, is spreading the backs of the thighs. So all of the work that you did in Paścimottānāsana, all this front of the thigh in, it's just you need it on different parts of the leg.
You were standing on the side, right?
I was.
I think you were.
Okay, well, that's why I say let's try it on the again, and let me be on the other side.
Okay. You want it?
Okay, a little lower, Pooja. Yeah, okay. All right, ready? Not quite, you're not quite ready. Now lift your left arch is dropped. You see that left arch? It's just completely collapsed. You have to really lift the inner left ankle bone. Okay, now skin, muscle, bone. Yeah, maybe it's not that different.
Yeah.
It was the light is on this side. And how does it feel? Okay. So are you getting any new opening in the back of the legs? All right, so slowly withdraw your efforts. She stays. Yes. Okay.
More so than opening it, feels strength around my knees.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, like I'm in a skyscraper now instead of like a lovely tree.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, now, so we have until 4:30, is that right? And it's 3 o'clock now. Okay, so yes, we're going to now work on, so we're getting ready for some seated poses like forward bends. So do Paścimottānāsana, Paścimottānāsana. So have one heel to the wall, and you can use blocks for your hands. So left leg to the wall and right leg forward. Okay, now all of you, Brenna, walk your right foot just a little further forward. Okay, press the inner edge of the right foot and draw the outer ankle in, and then pull the right leg up and make the right hip really, really tall, really tall. Just normal breathing. Pooja, if you walk your right leg out further, it will be easier to hold the blocks. Okay, now can you lift the back of your right thigh up and now spread the back of the left leg from the inside out as if somebody has a rope and they're spreading the back of the hamstring. Fine. Okay, now Ruth, you're overachieving. Your right hip is higher than your left. There we go. All right, so the pubis should be in the center. The tailbone should be in the center. Now move your right hip back a little bit, Rose. Yep, and then inward toward the spine. Yes. Okay, now see if you can take your blocks forward, like dog pose. Your arms are at an angle like Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay, now then the right hip comes down for some of you. So this is fine. Yes. Say it. Could I put my hands on your hips? Okay, so if I had a rope, I would pull it right here. And your left foot, can it turn in a little bit? And yeah, the left foot should not be flush against the wall. It should be almost even more if you can. I know the heel might not want to go down, so that you have the wall there. Okay, now roll that leg. This one. Spread the back of the left hamstring like that. Okay, exhale and go. Okay, better. Now remember that calf action. The calf has to support the front of the shin. The quadricep has to lift up. All right, and then inhale, put your hands on your hips and come up. Okay, so are you feeling like the legs are more intelligent?
Mm-hmm.
Good, okay, step the legs together, and then why don't you turn your body to the right, put your right foot parallel to the wall and start with the other side. So turn the foot 45 to 60 degrees in, and then take the left leg out, have a heel to arch alignment. If you can, so Pooja, you should be heel to heel because you're broader in the hips. But can you turn that right foot, the back foot, can you turn it in at a sharper angle? Okay, and then go for the pose. Now lift the left hip and turn your abdomen to the left. Lift the left hip and then suck it in. So a rose, your left hip is kind of outward, and so it's, okay, great. And now lift it up to the sky, to the sky, to the sky. Roll the front of the right thigh in. Roll the back of the right thigh out, and don't let your right hip go too wide. That's the right action. You're overachieving again, Ruth. Lift the right hip up. Lift the right hip up more. Right hip up more, and left hip more back. Left hip more back and into the body, but right hip forward. Forward. Push the right hip forward. Left hip more down. Left hip more down. Yes. Okay, Brenna, you're overachieving with you're crossing the groin, so take your left foot a little bit to the left. Yeah. Okay, now move the blocks forward. Right? And how does that change things? In the legs. More intense on the left leg? Okay, so pull up on that left quadricep and push into the ball of the foot so your calf muscles are coming into the shin bone. Ruth, your habits are back. So move your left hip to the right, and raise your right hip higher. I'm going to use my hands. Okay, be there. Walk your hands farther forward. Walk forward. Take the bricks taller. Yes. Stretch your armpits like dog pose. Elongate the sternum. Now knee firm. Keep the knees firm. Better. Okay. Walk the bricks back. Put your hands on your hips. Keep your knees firm. Inhale and come up. Okay, now turn your feet or step forward. All right, fine. So that's Paścimottānāsana. We did Prasarita Padottanasana. Okay, do Prasarita Padottanasana again. So now I want you to turn this way, and Puja, you might need to move your mat back so your butt, but I think you'll be okay. Put your feet on the back edge of the mat, and you put your feet on the front edge of the mat, and then she won't have her face in your bottom. Okay, separate your feet. Press the outer feet down, lift the inner ankles up, resist the outer ankles in. So the inner and outer ankles have to resist toward each other. Now lift the inner knees. Imagine someone's pulling that rope, and then exhale and push the hips forward. Now lift the chest, lift the back of the head and neck, look back. And then as you exhale, keep the arch in the upper back so the front of the spine is long, and go forward. Put your hands on the floor or the blocks. Yes, good. Okay, now remember the calves. The calves have to push into the shin bones, and the thighs have to resist backward at the same time. So your calves are totally pushed back here. So we have to get them here. Resist here. I know it's difficult because you don't have sensitivity. You can't feel it. So keep this and keep that. That's it. Okay, now walk your hands as far forward as possible to get one line from the wrists to the armpits to the hips. No, hips backward. Hips backward, hands forward like dog pose. Yes, hips backward, spine forward. Lift the inner legs. Do not drop the inner leg, wider legs, and you'll have more success. Gisela. Wider. Yeah, now reach your hands as far forward as possible, but you're doing great. Okay, now keeping the spine long, walk your hands back. Keep your head down toward the floor. Walk your hands back and release your head toward the floor. Yes. Okay, now keep working for it. Walk your hands backward in line with the feet if you can. If it's not possible, then you keep your hands forward. All right, now squeeze the elbows in a little bit, press the forearms, spread the fingers, press the hands down, and lift the shoulders up so that the shoulder blades are not falling on the ears. At all times, press the outer feet like someone has their foot on your outer foot, and lift the inner legs up. Spread the backs of the thighs away from each other. Lift the inner thighs. from the inner knee to the hip into the bone. Brenna, walk backward a little more if you can, just another ½ inch. That's it. And then push the hands forward. Push the hands forward. Good. Okay, now walk your hands forward under the shoulders, lift the chest, ground the heels, and if you can come up like this, come up. If you need to narrow your legs, then you can narrow. Put your hands on your hips and come up, and then step your legs together. Fine. Prasarita, which means spread apart. Pādāṅguṣṭha, legs, spread apart legs. Uttanasana, which means intense stretch. Prasarita Paścimottānāsana. Okay, so Prasarita Paḍāṅguṣṭha, all these poses are preparing for Śīrṣāsana. So we're going to review Śīrṣāsana and start to work on it. So the preliminaries are, you have a mat, that's great. Let's clear the, just out to the side so that I can be here. And I think we're mainly done with the ropes. Just put them in a pile in case I want to use them for something else. Okay, now take a white blanket and fold the mat, sandwich the mat like this. Okay, and then face the center of the room. Now, I know that most of you have seen this before, but it bears repetition. So to strengthen the arms, first interlace, okay, let's just stand up because I need to show this. So the fingers, the webbing has to come in. And then when you start to come up in Śīrṣāsana, the fingers are going to do this. Okay, you have to keep the inner wrist down. This is the inside of the outer wrist. That has to rotate toward the floor, which means that the forearm has to roll from the outside in. So the forearms roll in and the upper arms have to roll opposite. And you don't do this and you don't do this. It's not a square, it's not this. It's a diagonal kind of round shape. All right, and then the other thing is we want to get the back of the head against the fingers without a big gap, without a big hole in there. Okay, so interlace your fingers and get your elbows under your shoulders like a vertical. It's time for you to do now. And just roll the wrists from the outside in. That's what I want to see. Put your thumbs on top of the index finger. On top of the index finger. All right, now you can watch for a second. So I'm placing the crown of the head down and lifting my shoulders so that my head comes off the floor. So let me see you do that much. Press the inner wrist down, up and down, up and down. Yes. Just by the arms, not from your back. Yes. Press the arms. Press the arms, Puja, and lift your head. Down and up. Put the crown of the head down and up. Down. No. Watch me, Puja. It's down now. It's up. It's down. It's up. I'm not looking forward. Okay. Put your crown of your head down. Get your head against your hands. No gap, no hole. Press the inner edge of the wrist. Okay, now push the forearms so that the head leaves the floor. Push. Yes, and down. 10 times. 2, 3, 4. When you land, the crown of the head. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now come up. All right, so those are the muscles that have to be strengthened so that you're not just collapsing onto your neck.
But anybody felt difference? Like I felt difference in the gap, like this. Maybe I have to.
Of course, there's a difference. You have one finger that's being smashed by another one. So it's not even. There's going to be a difference. Okay, now the next step is head down, head up, knees, just a little bit, just a few inches. And this is abdominal work. And it's putting more weight onto the legs. So do that, follow my instructions so I can watch you all at the same time. Head down, roll the inner wrist down. Okay, now push the arms so the head leaves the floor. Tuck the toes in. Tuck the toes in, Pooja. Now lift the knees. Lift the knees, yes. Now knees down, head down. When you lift your knees, it's only a few inches. Head up, knees down, head down. Head up, knees down, head down. Head up, knees down, head down. Okay, come on. Okay. So obviously you must have felt the increased weight on your arms and the work in the abdomen. Did you feel that also? Because it takes some abdominal strength to be able to lift your trunk up, and then it will take abdominal strength to kick up a leg and back strength. Yeah.
I've always practiced where I try to get as much of my canvas muscle on the back of my head that this comes up. And then when I'm putting my inner wrist down,
Yes.
my thumbs are first, and so my head is on this part of my head.
Right.
Is that
It's a conundrum.
okay?
You have to do both. You have to do both. Yeah, so when the inner wrists go down, then the gap comes. Yeah, and then so you have to bring them in. You've got as much as possible. As much as possible. So definitely not this. So I've got the full contact, but this is not it. You've got to have the wrist. I am less worried about the gap than about the foundation of the arm. The arms are the foundation until your neck is really strong. Then the arms don't matter that much. Okay. All right, so now turn this setup toward the wall. And put it in between two keyholes. Gisela, can I get you to move on that wall so I can see you all, since we're such a small group? Put your mat all the way to the edge. Get your blanket all the way to the edge. Get the mat all the way to the edge. Okay. Now this has some sort of a wrinkle in it. I don't know. You've got to spread the bottom out. Put the mat all the way to the wall. Okay. And then once that's done, then get on your hands and knees and place your knuckles against the wall. I didn't say put the head down. Once you put the head down, you're going to get tired. Put your thumbs on top of your fingers. Roll the inner wrist down. Okay, and for the inside of the forearm has to roll down, and your weight has to be on the inner elbows. Okay, don't take them too narrow, but now place the head down, the crown, no, knuckles all the way against the wall, Pooja, all the way against the wall. Now place the crown of the head down. Crown of the head down. All right, press the inner elbows. Okay, now you're not going to lift your head up, but you're going to lift your shoulders up and then lift your knees. Yeah, high. Yeah, straighten the legs. Walk in. Be on your tippy toes and walk in and walk in and walk in. Pooja, that's all you're going to do. You're going to do that up and down. Now, once you've walked in, all right, raise one leg. Just raise one leg. Keep your back stable and your arms stable. Exhale, bring that leg down. Press the forearms, lift the shoulder blades, lift the other leg. It'll be easier if you walk a little closer in, Gisela, and down. Okay, so you can come down. All right, so Pooja, you can just work on what we worked on together. Lifting the knees, lifting the head. Okay, because you're not quite ready to take the leg up. Okay, now the rest of you, we're going into Śīrṣāsana. All right, so interlace the fingers, get the fingers all the way to the wall. If you don't get the fingers to the wall and you put your feet on the wall, then you're going to have the wrong shape. And that's why you have to have the knuckles touching the wall. All right, now press your forearms, lift your knees. Okay, walk in as much as you can. So you have to stretch your hamstrings. That's it. Now raise one leg and see, can you just swing it up? And oh, excellent. There we go. Good. You keep your arms and shoulders steady. Okay, now dig your heels into the wall. And Pooja, when you can also do dog pose, as a break. Okay, press the inner elbows down and roll the outer deltoids toward me. Like, yes, that must happen so that you're lifting the shoulder blades off of the neck. Now use the strength of your legs to make yourself light and roll the fronts of the thighs in. Roll, heels on the wall. Roll the fronts of the thighs in because you're tilted. Press more into the right elbow and take your hips a little bit to the left, Gisela. Okay, there. Roll the fronts of the thighs in and now lift the sacrum, tailbone. Yes, beautiful. Stretch the toes, the outer feet toward the small toe. Very good, Pooja. And if you want to take a break, you can do Pādāṅguṣṭha with your hands on the wall. Knees absolutely firm. Okay, now if you really want to balance, press your forearms, lift the back of the thighs so both of the heels float up at the same time. Tighten the knees. Grip the knees, lift the calf to the heel, front shin bones back, thighs back, and now find out, can you join the legs? Ruth, you can keep your feet apart. So it's the knock knee that's getting in the way. Just keep your feet a little bit apart. Stretch the heels up. Come on, we're balancing now. Lift the shoulders. Okay, so you have a tendency to tilt onto your right shoulder. Very good, you fixed it. Spread the toes. Okay, so you could be in Pādāṅguṣṭha with this. Oh, okay, and now to come down, no, listen. Okay, keep, what's hurting? Okay, right, keep your legs straight when you come down. Bring one leg down with control. Yeah. Okay, now Pooja, lift your head in line to the shoulders. Don't drop the head. Okay, and I'm going to show you another exercise. Okay, everybody come up. So if your arms need to be strengthened, you can do wall push-ups like this. This is another way to strengthen the arms. Okay, lift your heels way up, bend your elbows, get a little closer, get closer in. Yeah, now lift your heels way up, lift the heels. Okay, bend the elbows and keep the elbows in close to the trunk and then push away. Yes, 10 times.
So is this here?
Yeah.
And of course, it's computer.
Oh,
I'm afraid. So how?
your elbow was hurting?
Yeah.
So you have to roll this upper arm out more and roll the forearm in. But I didn't have a chance to work on it with you because
No, I know.
yeah. You have to try different things. Okay. All right. All right. Now get a bolster, and we're going to spread the mats out that are at the wall. We're going now to seated poses.
You want me to stay here?
Yes. Okay, actually, first, nothing. Just sit on the floor. Sit right on the floor. Just the bare floor. Okay, so Daṇḍāsana, the staff pose. I'll show from the side, but you can see Guruji's picture. So the hands are a little bit back, the knees are down, and the sternum is over the middle of the thigh. So it is a forward bend at the hip. It is a backward extension in the chest. Okay, so I'm a person with short arms. So I use blocks, and you can use blocks too. I'm just going to grab these blocks. Now, I'm at a conundrum because if I use the blocks, I can't straighten the arms. But anyway, I need shorter blocks or something. Anyway, press the hands down, move the shoulders back, move the knees down, thighs down, and the skin on the back of the thigh, the hamstring, should go toward the buttock bone. The skin, the calf, should go toward the heel. All right, now, no blocks. Just put your hands down. So the blocks are good for helping you to work the chest, but now we're working with some dynamic action. Arms up to Urdhva-hasta Daṇḍāsana. Yes, and down, and up. Urdhva-hasta Daṇḍāsana, Daṇḍāsana. Urdhva-hasta Daṇḍāsana, Daṇḍāsana. Urdhva-hasta, press your legs down, reach your arms, Daṇḍāsana. Swing, arms up, down, arms up, down. As you lift your arms, back in and down. Arms up. Keep the knees down, down. Arms up, down. Okay. So if there's a time in your life, or I'll just say, if you're working with people who can't, it's like this. Yes. So I'm teaching you from scratch. Okay. The first seated pose is Daṇḍāsana. All right. Now suppose you guys are all sitting pretty nicely, but suppose if somebody is sitting and their sacrum is going like this is very bad for the back. And we do it all the time. I find myself sitting like this when I'm at the computer or whatever. I'm just relaxing here, just crushing my organs in the front. And so I'm just telling you, I know that you do it too. No, never. If I do it, then I'm, yeah.
In Daṇḍāsana, I feel like I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I don't have support.
Uh-huh. When you take your hands away, you feel like you're, okay. So the sacrum, you know, is this bone right here. That has to go in and up. Now sit on a blanket. And fold this into a small fold. So you actually have some height. And Pooja, just take two of these. Two, open it up and get another one the same. Yes, because you're to cover your width. Now, what happens when you sit up on a?
Well, for me, it's better because my arms are so long.
Okay,
And,
what's happening to the back?
well,
It's much better.
Feels
up.
the sacrum is going in and up, isn't it? Okay, so is it easier or harder to lift your chest? Easier. So these are all the ways that our guru thought to make yoga accessible to us. Okay, so now up, down, up. Better, Pooja? Up, down, up, down, up, hold. Stretch your thumbs behind you. Press your buttock bones down. Ascend the spine higher up. Get the back ribs in. Get the back ribs to come forward, Gisela, a little more. Yes, exhale, bring the arms down. Okay, legs apart. So another thing is that if somebody is tight in the low back and in the hamstring, legs apart. This will make it easier for them to sit up straight. It will be better for the back. All right. So the direction I gave you of the legs, it's also fronts of the thighs in and backs of the thighs out. Do not separate your buttock flesh from your hamstring. Don't pull your buttock flesh back without, you have to move the whole thing back. Otherwise you could tear that origin of the hamstring, and it takes months to heal that. And that's a common injury for yogis, is to get a tear in the hamstring. All right, none of my students have one, so I'm glad about that. Press your thighs down. Now, Urdhva Hasta Daṇḍāsana, and now go forward from the low back. Look forward. Yeah, come on. Keep the eyes forward. Forward, not down. Mostly forward. Forward, like someone's pushing your sacrum forward. And Giselle, if you need another blanket, you take it. Forward. 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 Okay, now hold the feet. All right, can everybody get their feet? Can you hold your big toes and straighten the knees? Okay, you have to work for it, Pooja, but you can get it. Press the thighs down, lift the chest higher up, pull the arms into the shoulder sockets, spread the toes, thighs down, lower back has to lift. Now push the feet forward, pull the arms more into the hip sockets, raise the chin, raise the eyes. All right, we're going to take the arms up and down. Now, if you ever get a back injury, don't come up like this. Just use your hands. So if your back is tender, right, is it still tender today? Is this irritating, this movement that we're doing, or is it? Okay, so think more forward. All right, but now we're going to take the bolster, because a lot of people, okay, need more height. And then because you're taking a bolster, you take another, well, I think maybe we have enough. Okay. Now, what can happen when you're sitting on the height like this with the knees? Yeah. So if you put something where should we put something? Yeah, under the calf, to give a resistance to the calf, to teach the right action. And then because the thighs can go down, no problem, but the calf shouldn't. See, that looks great. Yeah. Okay, now try arms up, arms down, arms up, press the legs down, arms down. It's easier still, right? Arms up, arms down, arms up. Okay, arms up. Now go forward and up. Go forward and up. Go forward and up and forward and hold. Hold the big toes. All right, now lift the chest. Also, if there are back problems, concave spine is 99% better because you're extending the spine. So what happens here is all the wrong things. Look what's happening to my organs. Look at what's happening to my chest. And it's not good for the spine. So that's why all of the forward, so standing forward bends, like what we Prasarita Padottanasana, Uttanasana, Parsvottanasana, they all start with an extended spine before you would do this. Okay? So now the next step is that you can start to bend the elbows out to the sides. But the minute you start feeling the recoil, you have to stop. Yeah. Or the minute your head is way up, and the shoulders around it. So pull the arms apart Yep, okay, now put the hands on the outer feet. Widen the elbows, press the thighs down. Widen, widen, widen. Don't take the head down, look forward. And maybe you're here, and that's okay. Yeah, so if your back is starting to pull out, you have to stay there, and yeah, just get the back ribs in. That's it. Back ribs in and chest really high. Yeah, okay, so now I'll show an adjustment with Ruth. So she's doing pretty well here, but we want this part to go forward. Lift your elbows higher. Yes, yes, yes. How is that? So you have to keep your legs firm. That's a must. Okay, and now I'm gonna let go. There, so she's improved her pose. Okay, straighten the arms. Inhale and come up. Okay, so try again. Do your own concave pose and then go to the forward bend. And Brenna, I'm going to give you something special so you don't hurt your back. Let's see. Oh, maybe we can all try it. Not there, on the chest. See if you can reach your chest. Support the chest, I mean. That's not touching yet, so. See if you can get the chest to be supported. Yes, isn't that nice? Okay, good, Gisela. Oh. So I'm just trying to move from here. Now you do back ribs in. This is where you have to work. Yep, that's great. Okay, now press your thighs down more. Yes, good. And lift the toes and put your thumbs on the back of the hand. Yes. Okay, now start to bend the elbows. Could I give you an adjustment? Okay, I'm moving your low back forward. Can you widen the elbows and lift them up? Lift them. Now bring the head in line to the spine. Head down. Head forward. Head forward. Head forward. Lift the elbows. Lift the elbow. Yes. Yes, that's it. And press your thighs. For you, lift your chest more. Don't come so much forward. Yes. Okay, and now inhale and come up. Okay. Janu Śīrṣāsana. So remove the bowls. Now we're going to just start on the floor. You may find that your ankles are tender. So take a second mat. Just for more padding, just double the mat. You could use a blanket, but you need the whole bottom, the foot and the hips to be on that blanket. And I didn't want to unfold our white blankets. So just using the mat here. Okay, now sit in Daṇḍāsana. Press the inner legs down. Extend the toes upward, lift the chest. Press your hands down by the sides of the trunk. Up. Broaden the collarbones. Release the shoulder blades down. Okay, now take your right hand on the inner knee. Keep the groin soft and pull that leg back. You can use your other hand. And okay, so if the knee doesn't go down, if the outer thigh doesn't go down, then you have to sit higher. So yeah, place a blanket. Let's just wait. Let's just wait, Rose. Let's try the other side first. Okay, now raise that leg and, okay. So loosen up this left leg, put your hand on the inside, keep the groin soft and bring your foot in so that the foot is somewhere between, it's not this and it's not that, but it's somewhere like this. So there's a long line and the toe is just touching the inner thigh. All right, and then see if the outer thigh will go down. It will if you push it. So that's this is tight, so you have to work on that. Yep, yeah, go ahead. All right, now take this hand and roll the thigh from the inside out. You don't always have to go for a prop. You can use your own body. So you connect with the skin, the muscle, and the bone, and you turn all of it from inside out and press down. Yes. Okay, stretch the left leg. Now take the right hand, bring the right leg back. You can use your other hand. If it doesn't, free the left buttock. Yep. And then again, with your left hand by the side of the trunk, get your fingers inside that crease and then skin, muscle, bone backward. And then go to the middle of the thigh, skin, muscle, bone backward. And down. And then really it's from here. I should have started from here because it's the hip. It is the hip. It's not the knee that is the problem. And then turn the abdomen to the left. So the abdomen wants to turn toward the right, and you want the abdomen in line with the left leg. Now, can you move your sacrum in and up? In and up, and sternum over the left leg. So look like you're on the beach. So can you make your spine concave? Yes. And right shoulder back? Yes. Better. Good. Great. All right. Bring your knee in and stretch it out. Take your left leg out to the side. Let's start at the hip. Roll that from front to back. And move your sacrum in. At the same time, take your left hand on your thigh near the hip. Near the hip. Roll it backwards and push it down. At the same time, lift the sacrum and then revolve. And then take your hand on the middle part and roll it back. And we should be staying at each stage for like a minute, but I'm being impatient. Now pull your straight leg into the trunk and observe what happens. Put your hand on your thigh. Yeah, press it down. Okay, now lift your lower back. And as you pull the straight leg into the hip, what happens to your torso? Yes. Yeah, you're revolving. So this left hip is moving, your left hip is moving to the right, and you're getting your alignment. Then here. Press the right knee down. Right leg has to go down. Sacrum in. It gets tiring, right? But if you can move the sacrum in and up, then you can sit for an hour lecture more easily. Or you can meditate if you want to. But if you can't, keep your sacrum in, you're going to cause problems for yourself sitting. Okay, now take the outer knee up and then stretch the leg. All right, so now we're going to have blanket. Just two of these. So that your outer right thigh is supported. And this might not be enough, but we're going to see. All right, now press the inner thighs down. Move the sacrum in, lift the chest. Not two on top of each other, one onto the side. Yeah. Right, okay, now turn your right leg out and then support the outer thigh. So not the calf, but the outer thigh. So it's at the same height as your buttocks. Yes, good. But bend the elbow so you're not distorting so your shoulder's not up. Yes. Yeah, I know. All right, and then turn the abdomen to the left and pull your left leg into the hip socket. Very good. Okay, reach the right arm up and see if it's staying down. Okay, now exhale and cross. And inhale and come up. Keep that outer right hip down. Exhale and cross. Come up, go forward. I don't care if you touch the floor. I don't want you to touch the floor. I want you to cross and come up. And now cross and hold. See if you can hold the outer edge. Walk your left hand a little forward. Yep, and push it and lift your abdomen. Lift the toe. Okay, so bend your knee, hold the foot, and then stretch. Yeah. Now I noticed you're right. Yeah. Okay, maybe you're, yeah, there you go. Press the left hand. Now the right back thigh has to stay down. So you shouldn't elevate the knee. So I said many times, outer thigh. Yes. Okay. So now hold your foot, reach, bend your knee and catch it. And then straighten it. There you go. And work with your back. Push the back in and you'll be closer. Push the back in and you'll be closer. Can I give you an adjustment? I didn't ask Gisela, but I'm putting my foot on your outer thigh and moving the right side of the back forward. Okay, I'm leaving. And can I give you an adjustment? Okay, so this outer thigh is going to go down. And now you're going to reach farther forward. Now hold with both hands. Hold on either side. Yes, now look straight ahead. Yeah. And then stay, you can hold with both hands now. Can I put my foot on your thigh? All right. How's that? Okay. Wonderful. Okay, I'm leaving. Pooja, can I put my foot on your thigh? Bend your knee. Yeah, bend that knee, catch the foot. That's it. Now see if you can straighten. There you go. Walk your left hand forward, forward. Yes. Okay, good. Inhale and come up. When you're ready. Okay. Change the side. Did you feel it? What did that do for you?
Catch up.
Yeah.
Oh. You make it hold.
Okay, but
When you pressure it, I feel like more flexibility.
to go forward, right?
Forward.
Yeah.
So when this is held down, it's like a string, right? So you're gonna anchor that string and then this whole side. Instead of lifting the hip and contracting out. Okay, all right, so now, not a Vrikṣāsana foot. So do you remember how I showed the foot? Yes, right. Okay, now the outer thigh. Try to get the outer thigh grounded on that leg and on the, this is good. And I don't mind that you are wider. So you're doing it wider, but that's okay. In classical, your foot would be parallel and this knee would be wider. Yeah, that's fine.
I should not tilt this side, right?
Right. So are you saying you're feeling a tilt onto the right hip? Yes. How about the rest of you? Which leg is heavier? Where's your weight falling, right or left?
Left.
Interesting. Okay. Depends. Okay, roll the left leg out and then do the action. Take the left arm up. Put your hand on the side. Okay, now go forward and cross. And try to ground your left thigh. Other left. Yeah. Go forward and cross. Go up. And you have to go from here, from the back. Come up. Go forward. Come up. Go forward. Come up. Go forward. Come up. Now hold. Bend your right knee if you need to. Yeah. Okay. I'm out of compassion. I'm giving you a prop. All right. And then straighten that leg. Now where's your weight? On the right. Okay. All right. So hold with both hands and press that outer thigh down like my foot is there. Press your outer thigh down and turn your abdomen to the left to right. So there's a standing pose that this resembles. Can you hold with both hands? Look at you. Is that okay? Okay, so you see how I'm grounding that outer buttock? Now you take over. Can I adjust you? All right, so I'm putting my foot here and we're lengthening that way. Now you can widen your elbows and start to, yes. Okay, I'm leaving. Go. Elbows up. Yes. That's the pose. Look at you. Good, Gisela. We're just going to move from here. Lift the chest and elongate the sternum. Very good. Can I adjust? So I'm putting this here, turn, and lengthen. Is that okay? Okay, now inhale and come up. Good. Great. Stretch your legs to Daṇḍāsana. So in Daṇḍāsana, you have to have the legs down. And in all of the forward bends with a straight leg, it has to be pressing down. So if you ever start doing your poses like this, stop, back up, and remember all the work that we did to straighten the legs. Okay, and because it's about your back. It's not just, you don't want to think, oh, I have to get the pose. It's about the purity of your actions. That's what's going to make you advance. You're not going to make any progress if you're like this. Okay, so now we're going to go to Virasana. Well, let's go to Pādāṅguṣṭha first. So now bring the feet into Pādāṅguṣṭha, and you're going to notice, start on the floor. No support.
The knee.
Yeah, just start there. Who knows what happened yet today? Okay, put your hands behind you. Okay. All right, now push your hands and move your sacrum forward and further open the inner groins. And yeah, fine to take black. So Pooja, that looks good. Yeah, keep opening those groins, and then you bring the feet in, the buttocks in a little closer if you can. Right, now imagine that someone is standing on the thighs. Yes. And then push the heels. Okay, now if the outer thighs are not going down, so if the knees are like this, now you need to take some height. I think you can take a little height. Yeah, you're close. Okay. Hold on to, okay. No, can I use my hands and give you an adjustment?
Yes.
How's that? Is it okay?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. All right, now that's looking good. Interlace your fingers around the feet if you can, or you can hold your shins. Yep. Now, don't harden the abdomen. The abdomen gets really hard. Not completely, not completely. Yeah. All right, but you have to push the legs down, and then the elbows, the arm, press on the front of the thigh, but don't round the back. Now, if you can't get your knees on the floor, you stay upright. Yeah. So those of you who are on a big height, you don't go forward. That's it. Now, Ruth, you can go all the way. I'm gonna just give you this. So I'm just moving her outer thighs back. Go ahead, take your head to the floor. Yeah. Broaden the collarbones. That was the wrong action. Yeah. Okay, let the shoulders come down like a garland. Okay. Now inhale, take the chest up and come up. So that's full Pādāṅguṣṭha. Okay, stretch your legs out. And you can't rush it. You know, it's not something that you can force. So, we still have the ropes. So if you have a knee problem, Does anybody have one? How about you, Pooja? Okay. So you take the ropes like that. I don't think I have enough for, I'll pass these around in a minute. So you're going to, you do like this. And then with the knot on the back like this. And then you pull so that there are 3 directions, both legs. So you pull back like this, out like this, and forward like this. But the point is to make the space for the knee. And it feels great on the groin. So let's see. Maybe you could work in pairs and we could give an adjustment. So Brenna, work with Gisela. You can take this. And then these might be kind of thick, but let's try anyway. All right, so you two work together. So Rose, put yourself in Pādāṅguṣṭha. All right, and then, yeah, we're gonna put it like this so that the knot is at the back because it won't move like that, okay? And then like that, so can you place that? Okay, and you're gonna pull on the inner rope. Yeah, pull backwards toward the back wall, then pull straight out. So you have to now hold this. Okay, so what does the other person do? So the other person can take the hands. So I'm just making contact with the skin, then the muscle, and then the bone. How does it feel? Okay.
That's fine.
You want me to back off?
No, it's okay. Well, she's filming.
Yeah. Now another thing would be we could do this. Yeah. Now you have to move your back in, and yeah. How's that?
Good.
Yeah.
Feels spacious.
Yeah. It's really good for the knees. This is therapeutic for the knees.
So the goal is to like let it go down all the way when you pull.
The goal is to create space behind that jammed knee. Do you see how your flesh is jamming that knee? Doesn't it feel good on your knees? Yes. So that's,
Here also I can.
and you're going to get more length here. Yes. Yeah, it's back, so skin, muscle, bones, and backwards. Yeah. And more heel of the hand, not so much thumb. Can you put your thumb with, yeah, like that? Okay, you lift your chest. I'm gonna try to move your back thigh down and put your back. Okay, so this has to go in. Is this okay? Is it doing anything? Not really? I can't really get my hand in there. Okay, so
You want me to move forward?
yeah, move forward. That's it, the heel of the hand if you can. The heel of, that's it, but you have to move backward, more toward the buttock, more toward the buttock, more toward the hip. Well, and not so much thumbs, Gisela, heel of the hand. Okay, now we maybe can do something. Oh, my arms aren't long enough. Is it helping at all? Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, Rose, will you help me to pull the strap for her? Okay, so now you put your hands on the ground behind you and you move your sacrum in, and we're going to, just this one. Okay, the knot should be on the backside. Okay. You could try. You have to be skillful. Okay, us first. How is it? Okay, now here's straight front into the joint, but we could also be going the calf forward. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think this one feels better if it goes this way, and this is, I don't know.
And this one, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, you have to do the calf for that one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're going to do her inner thigh going backwards. Oh, they're not
Good.
slipping.
No, it's just coming to place.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. So now we don't want rope burn. We want the skin to move with, is it okay?
This is, yeah, this is fine. This side hurts right here.
Okay, because you're gripping there. Okay, let's let go. Yeah. Okay. We need an inversion, but not just yet. And where we could go with this, I was getting ready to go to Virasana. Roll up one of your mats tightly. All right, now take 2 white blankets like this. So the advantage of having few people in the class is you have more props to go around. The advantage of having more people in the class is more labor for manual adjustments. Okay, now place your blanket down. So I'm doing this for you, Gisela, because I know about your ankles. All right. And because I know about your knees, Pooja. Okay, so put the feet together. Stand behind the, all right. Place your roll behind your knees. And then bend your knees and put your hands down. Feet together as close as possible. Yeah. Okay, feet and knees together. All right, now walk the hands forward and bring the knees to the blanket. And then push the mat forward and extend your toes backwards. And sit. Sorry. The calves must yield. Relax the face. That's it. Relax the face. Okay. You can have your blocks under your hands. That will relieve a little bit of pressure. This is also therapeutic for the knee because it's stretching the inner and outer knee ligaments evenly. So if you get a torque in the knee, you can damage the meniscus on the inside. So that happens if the muscles are unevenly stretched or unevenly tight. So this presents an even stretch. And also we're creating a space behind the knee and we're softening and spreading. So you could spread the backs of the thighs out. Yep. And soften the backs of the thighs and soften your calves. You're not screaming, Gisela. Oh, you've got, yeah. Yeah.
Before going in Śīrṣāsana, even before starting, we should do this, like I should do this.
This is a good question. It's called the practice before the practice. Okay, so everybody has their issues, right? So I don't know, do you know Dee Dee? You probably don't know Dee Dee. She comes to the evening classes. Every time Dee Dee's here, she's doing stuff with her. She's doing shoulder therapeutics before the class starts. That's important. You get in 15 minutes early or 10 minutes early and you do your things that you need to do for your body.
The standing asana I tried to do, but the pain did not, like, never let me go more. Like,
So you need to use a chair under your hand. You need to somehow raise the front leg so that you can do those standing asanas. Use your back to the wall. You find a way. Don't skip your standing asanas. I've shown you lots of different ways. All right, interlace your fingers, bring the arms up. Join the thumb tips. Rotate the outer upper arms forward. Lift the abdominal wall. Press the elbows in, wrists apart. And exhale and bring the arms down. Change. Take the arms up. Spread the heel of the hand. Elbows in. Roll the outer upper arms forward. Nice. And by the way, you're not having troubles with your shoulder anymore, or you're just your left one? Oh, okay. Okay, exhale and bring the arms down, because they look good now. Okay, now we're coming out. You're supposed to cheer and say yes. Okay. Oh, I don't know. It was when you said it's only when I take my arms over the head.
Yeah, but I mean, this is fine. It's
Okay. Okay, all right. And then stretch your legs. We're just stretching the knee, you know, and the calf. All right. Okay, now let's see. Just sit on your heels and see if it's okay. Now, does that hurt your knees? Very good. If it ever hurts your knees, don't just wait. You get something. So what, you get a rope and you put it behind your knee, or try this. Take one of your blankets, just so you know. Stand up. Then come down. And then place the blanket. And now we're separating the feet for Virasana. So the feet are going to be apart and the knees together. Knees together. Yep. Knees together, feet apart. Stretch your ankles. Yes. So do you see how the blanket is flattening the calves, but it's also providing a cradle for your buttock? From here to here, you have to get it into the crease and pull, and then sit down. And yeah. Sit. Feet apart. Is that okay?
But I'm not going all the way like that.
Your buttocks isn't going down?
No, not all the way.
Okay. It's hovering though.
Yeah. It's on top of my ankle.
Okay. All right. Okay, now come up. And those who can, see if you, so you need to spread the, I haven't taught you this yet, but this is an important action. So knees together, take your hand on your calf and move the calf. You have to flatten it and move it toward the heel of the foot. And then sit down with your hands inside like this. And see if you can sit with nothing under your buttocks. But you don't sit on the feet. You have to sit in between the feet. Let's try to get the buttocks down. Okay, no problem with your knees?
So I'm coming like this much.
Great. Are you getting a stretch in your quadriceps?
Yeah, but I am feeling more on this ankle.
On the ankle. Okay, so what should we do?
Put a blanket under
Where?
ankle.
Yeah, right. You have to raise the height. So what happens? Okay, stand up. So there are some people who are very tight in the front of the ankle. How about you? Your ankle's fine? Okay. So if you build a stack here, you're decreasing, it doesn't have to be like that, it can be like that. You're decreasing the range. So instead of having it fully stretched like that, you're giving the, so otherwise people will be like this. You see? So if they're like that, you want to make, and gradually gravity is going to stretch that. Okay.
The ankle can go out, or it should be like this.
No, just like that. Right there. You tell me. Right there. Okay, now feet apart. Feet apart. Wider. You have to get your buttocks in there. Okay, now sit down. Now, how is it on your ankle?
Good.
Excellent. Okay, now the other thing is, you know, and I hate to
And
do.
I can feel my arch also.
Good.
Was gone, I don't know since when.
Okay, so it actually says in Light on Yoga that this pose creates an arch in the foot. So your legs hurting?
Yeah.
What?
My knee.
Your knees.
If I-
Okay, so have a support then. So, okay, the knees hurt. The two things that you do. One is you raise the seat. The other is you put something in behind the legs. Okay? And then for the ankles, if there's a problem, you raise the support under. So why are you not, so it's not a problem for your ankle in this pose?
No,
Okay, all right. Okay, now come up and fold your blanket like this. Have two. And Puja, you're going to need more than that. You're going to need 3 at least. And just shift your blanket to the left side of your mat. And now, so what was that pose called that you just came out of? Virasana. What does it mean? Hero. Hero, yeah. Okay, so now right leg is in Virasana. Put your right leg in Virasana. Okay, so you're doing this. You've got to be higher. Get a bolster. You got to be higher.
To bolster on top of this?
No. Bolster instead of. So wide bolster. Yes, and sit on one end of it. Yeah, the white. I know they don't have handles on one end. So this pose is called Trianga. Say Triaṅgamuhkaikapāda, Paścimottānāsana. Triaṅgamuhkaikapāda, Paścimottānāsana. Fine. Yes. So Trianga, 3 limbs. To the face, mukha, like a mug shot, mukha. Triaṅgamuhka, 1 leg, face to 1 leg. Triaṅgamuhkaikapāda, and Paścimottānāsana is an intense stretch of the west side of the body. So you need to be on a wide bolster. And you might even need to be on, put blankets on top of the bolster. Yeah, and move your, yeah.
Like this, you want me to put the blanket like this?
The rest of you take your arms up and down. You've got to find a way to sit in Virasana. So you're going to load this side up because you need more height here. Now sit. Right knee in Virasana. Left leg straight. Until your hips are even. Knee down. Yeah, better. Bring the knee more in. Yes. Now, because this one is elevated, should probably support the back of the calf. Okay, now work. Arms up and then arms forward. Forward and up. And press the legs down. Forward and up. And forward and up. And then catch. Catch the hands. Okay, now lift the chest as high as you can. All right, so if you're unable to catch, then take the strap. Take the arm, but hold your arms apart. Not yet. Straight arms, straight, yep. Now lift the chest, so pull your arms to the socket. Relax the eyebrows. Okay, so you've got to use some kind of a support. Is that better on your knee? Yeah. Good, thank you for taking that. Okay, now pull your back ribs in. Lift your sacrum up. Those of you who are thumbs to the back. So if you, let me explain this. If you move your thumbs to the front side of the foot, it has an effect on the shoulder. Can you guess? Yeah, roll the arms, exactly. So put your thumbs on the outside behind the foot. Yes, and then outer shoulders down and inner chest up. Yes, okay, now don't go farther forward than that because you're already rounding your spine. Thank you. Okay, and then those of you who are ready to go forward, you bend the elbows, but keep your spine extending. You have to lift the elbows way up. And then go. Now you can take the spine more forward. Yes, beautiful. Come on, Ruth. Lift your elbows. Yes. Pull the elbows forward. Yes, so sometimes one adjustment is something like this. Okay, and then inhale and come up. And then the other side. So Puja, you're going to have to shift your bolster, shift the blankets. So it's called find a way. Find a way to make the shape of the asana so that you can perform the actions. Okay, up, down, 10 times. Look forward when you go forward. Yes, throw your low back forward and keep your hips grounded. Yes. And then hold the foot. Okay, good. Go. Hold the foot. Okay, so if that's not coming, use the strap. You use a double strap. Excellent. Now, lift your chest as high as you can. First concave. So you pull the arms into the shoulder sockets. So when you pull the arms into the shoulder sockets, it helps you to move the dorsal spine in. Yeah. Okay, so go up as high as you can, as high as you can, as high as you can. Okay, now hold the foot directly, Ruth. Yes, and widen the elbows out to the side and go forward. Yeah, yeah, interesting. Are you in pain? Where? Oh, okay, all right. Okay, and then inhale and come up. But hamstring. Okay, all right. Okay, so now,
I mean, I have to run.
okay,
I have to.
lie down with your legs up the wall. We're done at 4:30.
Oh,
Did you not know that?
yeah, yeah. just-
I'm not gonna hold you over. Okay, put your legs up the wall. Now the rest of you, yeah, you can all do that. Just put your legs up the wall. You can have a blanket under your pelvis if your hamstrings are tight. So great, you can see your feet. Right, work with them. Outer ankles in, inner edges of the feet higher up. Pull the outer edges of the feet down. And then feet together if you can. Good. And then gradually reduce your efforts. But the feet should stay in place. Pooja, do you have one leg higher than the other? So is one leg lower? I mean, do you have uneven legs as far as you know?
I think this little bit bend.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sometimes people have legs of different lengths. You know, like they have to have their pants unevenly on. That's better. That's better.
Is it more straight? I think this part.
So roll your inner left knee into the wall. Separate your legs a little bit more. Yep. Yep, that's enough. Now the inner knee to the inner thigh to the wall. Outer knee ligament to the wall as well. Let the calves be smashed. Be on the center of the heel bone. So this is very good for the knees because, do you know why? Because you're removing fluid. If you have inflammation or swelling in your knees, then they get to drain. So this pose,
As soon as you said you were drain, I mean, like I can feel everything coming.
you can actually feel it.
Yeah, before that I was not. When I was doing, when like how the imagination and explanation works.
Yeah. So it's very good to do this pose after a long day. Like if you're like too tired to practice, just go to the wall and stick your legs up the wall. People who have jobs standing, like chefs and people who work at grocery stores, you know, checkout people, just people who stand on their feet all day long, they need to put their legs up.
So when they were teaching like Iyengar yoga, they do like teach people who are dealing with mental issues as well, or just like physical?
It's a good question, but I want you to be quiet and go inward. Okay, now bend your knees and move away from the wall or turn to the side and then move away. Yeah, somehow you're gonna have to extricate yourself. So if you have to move backward first, do that and then turn to the side. And then set up, lie down in Shavasana. You can go.
Oh, she's blocking me.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay. So it's fine to end the practice with your legs up the wall. That's okay. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Just be in Shavasana. We don't have time for a long Shavasana. So now, with your next inhalation, open the eyes. And then bring the hands to the torso. Yeah, bend your knees one by one and then rest on your right side. Turn to the right. Support your head with your right arm. And slowly come up. Okay, we're finished for today. So organize the props and let's put them away.